fucking with hookers because of the pimps and the way that the game is played. Even when Johnny gets too rough with the honey.
Hey guys, Josh Ansley here. Welcome back to another episode of I Am I. So today I'm going to talk about how we just basically have everything backwards. You know, and I would love to do it with some really cool, interesting trick photography thing or something real fucking clever, but enough with the clever shit, you know, it'll be back next week. But I just want to, sometimes that cleverness and being really interesting and all that shit just gets in the way of authenticity, you know? How's that working out for you, being clever, you know? So today I just want to talk about how we basically have everything backwards. I was reading a book recently that was talking about, generally we think, if I had this, then I could do this so I could be this, right? So if I had the money, then I could take a trip to Uruguay, and I don't know if people take trips to Uruguay, I don't know if that's a thing, and then I could be happy, right? And it's really the exact opposite of that. It's backwards. We basically approach our lives backwards. So it's really, you be happy so that you can do these things, so you can have, not that the end goal is to have these things, but those things will actually come. We actually draw it into us if we are happy, if we're operating from a state of happiness. Now, it's very cool theoretically to think about that, and a lot of these things are much more difficult, much easier said than done, right? I can't even say that correctly. But it's understanding this mentality that basically everything that we think is backwards, you know? These laws that we abide by in this physical reality are just this physical reality, and it's very limited. It's so limited, right? You know, when we think that, we used to think the fucking world was flat, people. And don't think, well, we're so smart now. We don't know shit. We don't know a goddamn thing about anything, and we think we've got it. Science is a wonderful, beautiful thing. Technology is a great, great thing. I love it, right? It's how I'm actually talking to you right now. But we don't know jack shit, and we think we got it figured out, you know? And when the world was flat, you know, and somebody came around who knew that the world was round, and we're like, well, we're gonna go from here to there. We're gonna go from here to there. And be like, okay, cool, let's go this way. And you go, no, actually, we're gonna go this way. And you'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not going that way. Why would, that doesn't make any sense to me. We need to go over there. Why would we go all the way that way to fall off the end of the world, right? And that's not what happens, right? We don't fall off the end of the world. And this spiritual path is basically coming from a completely different perspective. It is completely, entirely different than anything we've been operating in. And from the moment we're born into this world, it makes sense. We're like, oh, what is this? What's happening here? Oh, ow, that hurts. Oh, I won't do that because that's just a message sent back that was, okay, no, I get that, right? And we get trapped in this world of the physical. We get trapped in our minds and we get trapped in our bodies, and that's not who we are. And when we come from this perspective of the completely backwards thing, that we are absolutely perfect, not in this physical world, not in our emotional states, and not in our mental states, right? So on this journey, as we journey back and we pull back the layers, getting back to that perfection, we're gonna be all fucked up. We're gonna do fucked up shit. We're gonna be all twisted around, not knowing what the hell is real and what is right, and we're gonna start accusing other people. Well, they did this, we did, and I know, dude, myself, are you kidding me? It's so hard to get out of this victim mentality. But the truth of the matter is nobody is responsible for my emotional, mental state other than myself. End of story. I don't care what you've done to me. I don't care what atrocious, horrible acts you've done to me, because you're in your own fucked up place and you're working through your own stuff. It is not your responsibility for how I feel about myself or how I'm relating to the world or how I'm relating to what you did to me. It is my choice to turn it around. And when we come from this place of absolute love inside of ourselves, when we learn to get to that place, even if first it's just a thought and a perspective, because it's not going to make sense, because we still have to let go of all that shit within the physical realm. Our emotional states, everything we've been holding, our physical bodies, everything's going to have to let go of all that. But it's coming from this completely opposite perspective, completely backwards than anything we understand. And that's why we walk into a lot of spiritual places, and they're fucking crazy. You know, you walk in and you be like, these people are a little fucking weird. Yeah, and you know what? They are. We are. I'm fucking weird. I'm weird as shit. I'm ass backwards. The shit that I'm just learning to actually have the courage to say on these blogs, when I really get my shit going, you're gonna be like, oh, yeah, no, he lost me. He started getting all woohoo, you know. I am definitely woohoo. But I don't care. Because I know when I start to really take responsibility for myself, and it's hard. It is so fucking hard to not just blame other people. But basically, anytime I start to feel a little inside of myself, or a little, if I start to get angry, if I start to get agitated, boom, something's amiss. Something's amiss. Because I could sit there and I could still look at you and be like, oh, okay, no, something's wrong here. But if I start to get angry, then why am I getting angry? Why am I relating in that way? What did I want? What did I need that I'm not getting? See, anger is just a modification of desire, right? So there's a desire, something gets in the way between you and the object of your desire, and that turns to anger. That's all it is. That's all it is. So when you get angry, it's something you wanted. Why did you want that thing? What is it giving you? And where can you get it from inside of yourself? Where can we fulfill ourselves? The whole world. Our wants, our desires, the entire world would change. And our actions would change if we were actually completely fulfilled inside of ourselves. You know, there was one confusing time where I was like, well, if I was on strong spiritual ground, I was completely fulfilled within myself, then I could do whatever I wanted to. And a fellow traveler of mine was like, yeah, but if you were really on strong spiritual ground, there's a lot of things that you wouldn't do, you wouldn't want to do. Because our actions start to change when our needs change, because our needs are being met from within ourselves. Look, we're still human beings. We're going to get into relationships. We're going to fuck it up. We're going to start needing stuff from other people. And that's okay, right? We're human. It's normal. It's natural. The relationship needs you. Can you communicate your needs are being met? But I'm talking about something totally different here. I'm talking about really understanding that singularity. I'm going to get into singularity and duality at another point, but when we really understand that our needs can be met little by little from within ourselves, and when we start to really get to that space of fulfillment within ourselves, everything is possible. Everything is possible, but you might not want any of the things you originally wanted. You might be like, I'm going to do this, so get to that place inside of myself so I could accomplish this. And when you get to that place inside of yourself, you might be like, why? I didn't want to do that. I was doing that for the completely wrong reasons anyway. Now I can do anything else I want in this world. I can contribute something of beauty and love. I can make something and give something back. And I could truly give because I don't need things from other people. We're always going to need some stuff. Right? I know I'm being extreme. I know I'm not trying to be all black and white thinking. But I'm telling you, giving you a perspective from the other side of what it could be like. This place, right? Where it's absolute fulfillment within inside of ourselves. Because that's actually what it is. At your core, you are absolute divine love and perfection. You are absolutely perfect already and you don't even know it. And when we come from that space, completely backwards, right? Then we can accept all the flaws of this physical reality. It's not about shunning them. It's not profane. It's beautiful. Everything about us is creation. It's this beautiful play, this dance of matter, and this spark of life. And it's a messy, fucking bloody, shitty, crappy, beautiful mess. And underneath it all is that absolute perfection. All right, I'm done. I love you. Peace! What? Too much?